Hey, this will be a video chart on ACLH. Very obviously had a monster day yesterday, then had somewhat of a pullback today. Want to get this up as I've gotten quite a few questions about it. I'm still trying to figure out kind of what their strategy was. So keep in mind that depending on what your strategy is, this video will mean different things for you. For example, if you are a day trader and that is your strategy, meaning you're looking to buy and sell within the same day or within the same couple hours, and you bought up here, then this play has totally gone against you, and you should hopefully be out. So keep that in mind. When I'm talking about the chart still hanging in there, I'm not talking about from a day trader's perspective. I'm talking about more from an overall chart perspective, or from somebody that would use the daily chart. So with that being said, the chart is still hanging in there. But once again, if that pertains to people that are playing this more from an overall chart perspective and the daily chart, not the day trader. So if you're using a 5-minute chart, then yeah, and if you bought anywhere up here, then this chart's probably not looking too good for you, excuse me. So why do I say this chart's still hanging in there after such a nasty red day like this? Well, welcome to the world of pennies, where you can get 3 monster days like this, and then when you have a down day of 50%, people start to freak out. Well, keep in mind that, yeah, sure, it dropped down 50%, but it went up hundreds and hundreds of percent. So you got to keep things in perspective, and that's why I like charts, because it does that by pointing out where these key areas are. And right now, that key area is this orange line here, which is the 200-day simple moving average. Right now, that's valued at 0.027, and you can see the price came down here, didn't test it, but it's pretty close. And this is the area where, as long as it holds, then the chart, is gonna, hang in there, and could possibly get a nice pop, or a secondary pop, I should say. And the reason for that is, we do have to remember the price was all the way up here. So if it does drop down here, which it essentially has, then this area should be able to hold, because people should be saying, oh, wow, this is a good deal, I want shares at this price. But if it doesn't, and the price keeps going down, then that's one of those things where this was just pretty much a one-day wonder. There wasn't any sort of genuine strength behind it. And that's pretty much that. People will move on. But if the price can start to consolidate here and go sideways, that'll show that there are people that are willing to bid down here. People are finding these prices attractive, and then hopefully that'll get a pop upwards. Now the other good thing, and I use the term good, is from the volume perspective. Yesterday's day was nasty, but look at the volume. I don't even think it was half of yesterday's, and that's what you want to see on pullback days. Now, if volume had been even 3/4 of this, or worse yet, larger than this volume bar, then that would have been a huge red flag. But that wasn't the case. We just had profit takers. It's looking like coming in, not even close to being the volume on the breakout day. So on that perspective, things are also holding in there. Now, in terms of other areas of support, pretty much the do or die support for this one is what I'm going to call the 2-cent level. If we go back and look through the history of the chart, you can see 2 cents acted as a support for quite a few days here. Then when it did fail, acted as resistance. These couple days acted as resistance once again. And then you can see when the price did get above 0.02, the thing just went NASA and went skyrocketing. So this is the absolute no questions asked. If any closes above this level, then I say the play is completely over. Preferably the 200-day needs to hold, but if 2 cents can't hold, then I say stick a fork in this one, move on, because this move was just fake, and there wasn't any true strength behind it. So the 200-day is the preferable support that holds, but the absolute must hold is going to be at the 2-cent level. In terms of resistances, pretty much the same as what you had. I'm not really going to get into that, because I think that the main focus right now on this chart needs to be a healthy consolidation phase. The initial move has clearly already happened. Now the question is, are there going to be any more moves that come out of it? One chart off the top of my head, ENTI, good example. Made a big initial first move, pulled back, but had a healthy pullback, healthy consolidation. Now if you pull it up again, you can see it's moved, I think, about 200% from its first pullback. So maybe we'll get a repeat here, but that's why healthy consolidations are key. Once again, ENTI, if you look at that chart, you can see it made a big move, pulled back, had a healthy consolidation, and now is starting to make another move again. And that's kind of what we're at right now. What kind of consolidation are we going to get? Are we going to get just a complete fall apart, or are we going to get a nice, pretty one where it pulls back on decreasing volume and then starts to head back up again. I wish I had the answer. All I can say is I don't know. It's a wait and see. So we'll have to see how the rest of this week plays out. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody, and it's all free. We've been making some good money together on our alerts and chart setups, so I'd encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One last time, this was ACLH. Thanks for listening.